Good morning. Happy Tuesday. We're in John 17. I started by doing a little riff on introductions, noting that they tell us something about the person doing the introducing, and then spinning that to say we have a chance to hear how Jesus speaks about us, introduces us to the Father, speaks to us about the Father. Noted that John 17 is part of the Olivet Discourse, this section in the Gospel of John. Noted that this in particular is the high priestly prayer of Christ, and that it was given by Jesus just hours before he is going to be crucified. Talked also about how rich it is. We're only going to be able to dog paddle in this week. It's just staying in the shallow end. There's a lot here. But then I read the first few verses. Let me read them again. This is John 17, 1 through 5. Jesus spoke these things, looked up. He's just been talking to the disciples about the fact that things are going to get more difficult for them. Jesus spoke these things, looked up to heaven, and said, Father, the hour has come. Glorify your Son, so that the Son may glorify you, since you gave him authority over all flesh, so that he may give eternal life to everyone you have given him. This is eternal life, that they may know you, the only true God, and the one you have sent, Jesus Christ. I have glorified you on earth by completing the work you gave me to do. Now, Father, glorify me in your presence with that glory I had with you before the world existed. So, look, there's a sense in which this is Jesus checking in, and he's saying, mission accomplished, right? I'm done. I'm coming home. Get ready. And yet there's something else here if we look. Jesus talks about what it is that he has done. And it's significant to note that he doesn't say, I have finished the work you gave me to do. I taught, or I served, or I loved, or I cared for the poor. All things that he did, all things that we're called to do. But there's actually two different things that get sort of teased out here. One is that he glorified the Father. Verse 4, I have glorified you on earth. Right, I have glorified you on earth. And how did he do it? By completing the work you gave me to do. And what primarily was the work that he was given to do? To give eternal life to everyone you have given to me. So that sounds a little reformed there, a little bit of a predestination, but in a 5-minute devotion, I can't go there. Other than to just say, look, it's important to see what is highlighted here in this prayer. Jesus says, I'm done. I have glorified you by doing what you've asked me to do. And I have redeemed, I have won back those that you have called me to save. So I want to be clear. We are called, when we talk at Christ Church, we're called to proclaim the good news and engage in good works, right? We want to reach people and renew communities. We are called to preach the gospel, to tell people about Jesus, his life, his death, forgiveness of sins, all of that. That comes first. We are also called to serve others, to care for others, to go to the end of the line. We're called to try and imitate Christ in all that he does, which is very much about other people, especially the poor. And I often, as I say these things, I go, look, we do put these in order. There's a sense in which, because we're going to proclaim the good news first, because first of all, we're the only ones that are doing it. There's lots of other people that are engaging in good works. So we're gonna prioritize ever so slightly evangelism over good works. And also we're doing that because the second one, the first one sort of serves the second one. The more people we see coming to faith, the more people we have to work and care for the poor and other things. It's not because we don't prioritize it this way because the spiritual is more important than the physical. That's Plato, not Paul, right? But I want you to see we are called to both of these things, certainly, but Jesus is prioritizing, highlighting, emphasizing here that while he was walking among us, he's anxious to go back, to have the glory he had, that I had with you before the world existed. Jesus existed as God before he came down to earth at the incarnation. But it's clear, he says, I came down here to do what you told me to do, to glorify you, to honor you and obey you. And that meant he was going to win back all that had been given to him. And so he did that through his death for us. Have a good day.